Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Everybody, welcome back to the Bad Movie Night podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we are continuing the epic saga of the Witchcraft series with Witchcraft VIII, Salem's Ghost.
Well, that was quick.
That was great. That was fantastic. What a electrifying trailer and movie we are going to dive into tonight.
Tease.
Just a little tease. You don't want to give away the milk, AJ. Got to keep that
right.
milk. Milk
We
is
did
a
that in the last
precious
episode.
commodity. Milk is a precious commodity. Just
That's
think
one
about
thing
in
they
the
didn't pour
barren.
on the floor.
Yeah, but don't drink it if it's extra pasteurized.
Yeah, that'll
right.
kill AJ. It will
Kill
shit up
AJ.
your bathroom like it's nobody's business.
How do you extra pasteurize?
Spiff,
I
you
don't
missed
know.
the pre-show.
I
AJ went
missed
to
it.
town talking all kinds of shit on the
So
Turkey Hill Corporation.
microplastics?
Hey, you missed
Turkey
it.
Hill
No, it was about
Corporation.
Turkey Hill ice cream.
Oh
Yeah.
no, what's wrong with
Specifically.
it?
What can you do? You weren't there.
I can
he's
do
upper
lots of
management.
things. You gotta tell me.
It's out
He's
there.
upper
It's
management.
out there in the world with no one to defend
He's
it.
got upper management
I'm
skills, all right?
I'm 2 people away from the CEO. Come on.
Are you serious?
It's crazy. A couple more years, who knows?
in the
What do you
line of
need, AJ? What do you
succession.
need?
Oh,
No
a
wonder every
whole
time
thing.
we tune into an episode, there's more shit appearing in his back office because he's got more money than God.
there's a
now,
ladder
bro.
coming out of his head.
You should see his front office.
I did see
That
a
ladder goes to his
Facebook
vault.
post where it was like, "We're trying to build a 7,000 square foot addition onto our
Man,
house."
that's what Aaron's doing. Jeez.
But anyways,
Yeah.
we're not here to talk about money. We're here to talk about Witchcraft VIII. Okay?
The kiss of Satan. What is this called again?
Salem's Ghost. Aaron.
Salem's ghost.
AKA
Oh,
Satan's ghost.
And guys, I think this is the halfway point in the Witchcraft series. How does it feel?
Thank goodness.
Really?
It's like mind blowing that we're only halfway through, because we've seen so much garbage.
How much
kinda
worse can it get?
Series
How can you
already.
keep going? Yeah.
I'm kind of sad we're already halfway through.
And it's
they
like,
do.
how much further can they go with the things that we've seen?
Well, it's turning a new corner here. Things are changing.
Yeah.
Things are
It did
changing.
that last time too.
I know. That's why I'm really concerned.
There's been some surprises.
You're gonna turn it off, and we're gonna go right back to where we started. It's gonna be. It's not
don't
gonna be
know.
good. Yeah.
I don't know.
There's an evolution here, and I'm actually kind of sad because, there's not too many series that have 16 movies in them. And once we do this, we're gonna have to. What else is there that has a lot of movies like Trancers or
We
something?
gotta do Witch House because there's 3 of
Just like
those.
three. There's only
There's
three
like
of those.
three.
Yeah,
or four
but
of
we gotta keep the Witch.
Barely
series going.
getting started.
I
But we
know.
could do
Yeah.
theme months again or something. We don't have to do 27 episodes of
I want
Witchcraft.
J.J.
right?
Abrams to produce a new Witchcraft
Trap
trilogy.
17.
And
So much
the 18th one is about
lens
them
flare.
running out of gas or something as they drive. That was a Star Wars joke, guys.
I got it.
I got
Was
it.
it?
That wasn't one of his, though.
That was a Star Wars.
That was
show.
Aaron, watch Star Wars 8.
Trevorrow.
Revenge of the
What's
Too
what is
many.
that
What's-
one? Rise
Star
of
Wars
the
9.
Skywalker? Is that
Rise of
number
the
8?
Stacks.
I haven't seen that one.
I never
I've
saw
not
the
seen
last
Jedi.
one. I've
Something
seen all the
about
Star
Jedi.
Wars except for the last one.
You're not missing anything, Chris.
All right, this is not pre-show banter. Let's move along here, Chris, with Salem's Toast.
Aaron, just so you're aware, we have a predetermined banter
This is the
section
banter
at the opening of
segment.
the show. And so we were completely in our lane doing that sort of banter, okay? But now we have run out of time. So now it is time to move on.
He's anxious
talk
to
about-
talk about witchcraft, I guess.
Aaron's got a lot to say. He's got a lot to unpack. A lot of personal things here. Honey, there's lots of things that happen in this movie. AJ,
was it
what is
funny?
witch... It was something.
Pancake syrup?
Dude, you don't put maple syrup.
was
We
on
will
the
unpack
floor.
it. We will get
Sriracha?
into it.
Oh, I
That would
got
burn.
I
Right
got
in the
maple
eyeball.
syrup. I got maple syrup aged in a whiskey barrel.
That sounds
Of course
pretty
you do.
good.
Your upper management, you
It's
fucking...
amazing.
Is that when you go up the
That's what
ladder
you get
into
when
your,
you're too
into your
away from the
vault?
CEO.
Why
Why
Stock
would
in
I
his
pay for the
office.
Libsyn subscription? Like, you wouldn't
Comes
even
in
know.
a
You're
little
like Bill
cart.
Gates up in here. Like, you see $20 on the street, you don't even bend over because it's not worth your time.
I read a news article. If you pick it up, it's laced with fentanyl.
See?
What?
This is
You're
yucky,
saying
yup.
don't pick up folded up dollar bills.
Jesus.
I would just snort them going forward.
Why are you grinding up your money, Chris?
Nope, not that one. Anyways, AJ, what is Witchcraft VIII, Salem's Ghost, about?
A happy couple moves into a cursed house.
It's old.
I love you.
Little do they know what lies buried beneath.
You should have got the townhouse.
A warlock that will rise from his slumber?
Oh, something's rising.
Will they be able to keep this mortgage afloat? Or will they be forced to sublease for one more?
Or will their
Find
neighbor
out.
destroy the basement?
Find out in the epic continuation of Witchcraft VIII, Salem's Ghost.
He's a plumber, and you're not.
Ghost. Rated R for...
If you have ghosts, you have everything.
High-pitched squealing.
This was a weird witchcraft movie, and
It
that's
was very
why
weird.
That's saying
I
a lot.
love the series. They always bring and introduce something new into the
Yeah,
mix.
Fresh take.
you don't
Fresh
get that with the Fast and the Furious
Biff.
or whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fast
Right?
and Furious, you get the same thing every time.
Exactly.
It's
See, this
safe
is something different.
and fun.
Sometimes
And
you need a little
while-
variety.
The tagline of Fast and the Furious is to keep it in the family. They do that as well in the witchcraft movies.
They
Just
do.
slightly different in a way.
No,
that
they keep it in the
family.
same house. That's what they do.
He was doing his mommy, okay?
Hey, Lindsay's with me. We're always going with that. All right, time to move on to the history hole, though. This was a movie from 1996. Aaron, can we take a moment, get up in your history hole, get a little context for the movie and the year it was released?
Come down to my basement.
For Aaron's History Hole.
All right. Salem's Ghost.
Why? Oh, I know why. Aaron, which one of those? They would have fucked everything in that fridge.
They used it all.
There's a lot of meat in that.
What is those
the bottom
bananas?
left
In the
drawer?
crisper drawer.
What is that in the crisper?
Crabs? Chicken?
What is it?
Yeah,
You got crabs?
it's no. It looks like some sort of bread or
Slices of
something.
pie.
Pie maybe.
Pork?
They've really
those
organized
They have
Heinekens?
a lot of pizzas too.
Heineken's, right?
Vegetable oil.
vegetable oil. You're supposed to keep that in the fridge? Are
What?
you? Okay.
3 pizzas.
Wow. When you use their kitchen like they do, you might want to
Wow,
keep
that's
some oils
true.
on hand. Chris's would just be full of lotion.
Butt plugs.
I prefer my lotion chilled at 52 degrees. Yes. It makes it feel very. Never mind, I'm not going there. All right. What the hell are we talking about? Witchcraft VIII, Salem's Ghost, aka Satan's Ghost. This was released, guys. We just missed it. June 12th, 1996. We could have had an
Nice.
anniversary for this film.
Damn.
It's a shame.
We suck.
At least we watched it. I think we're doing them a big favor by doing just that.
Hey, that's kind of fair.
Very few
I'll
people have
admit
done
that.
this.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. Okay, so some other films from that month. We have The Rock.
Sleep with the
Welcome
prom
to the
queen.
Rock.
Losers go home and
Masturbate with syrup from the refrigerator. We have The Cable Guy.
never saw it.
Dead. Really?
Really?
You ever seen Cable Guy?
Wow.
No.
That's
a
crazy.
weird
You should watch
movie.
it.
Is it good?
It's a weird
dark.
one.
It's weird.
It's
yeah,
a weird
really
one.
dark.
It's dark, yeah.
You might like it.
The Deadly Voyage and Eraser.
Favorite.
Eraser.
Love some
Top favorite.
Eraser.
Favorite. My
This-
cat.
this
Schwarzenegger,
film-
Jimmy Caan.
Yeah. Yep. Good old James.
You hear my
C.
cat?
Is that
You
that
guys hear
jingling
that?
noise?
She's got a mouse for me, aka a sock. Every day, she screams at me.
I
I
brought
go
you
in there and
this
she has a
present.
sock.
What are you gonna do someday when there's a
thankfully.
mouse in a sock?
Well, the one
You're
day
gonna be
she
like-
did bring us a mouse, and Amy's like, said there was a mouse. I'm like, it's just a toy mouse. It was a real dead mouse.
Oh,
I was sitting there for like an hour with a dead mouse at my feet. I thought it was a toy.
Chris is like playing hacky sack with it. All right, so this
Throw it
film
for.
had a budget of $48,000 approximately, and was filmed.
Wow.
I can
You want
see
to know where
that.
it's filmed?
In the Witchcraft house.
It was filmed here.
There it is. Our favorite place.
It's great. It was great in this movie. It was great in the last movie.
Yeah.
It's been
We gotta
great
get
in all
that
the
house.
It's the best character.
Obviously,
That could be our Bad
Salem,
Movie Night
Massachusetts.
headquarters.
Right?
Yeah.
Salem, Massachusetts
palm
has
trees
lots
gave
of
it
palm
away.
They
trees.
have got palm trees. I've been there.
Oh, a
No?
couple years. Who knows? Might be warm enough to.
Oh shit! Don't get AJ excited with
Don't start this again.
Underwater.
Here we go.
Speaking of here we go. So our writer and director for this film was Joseph John Barmettler. We know this gentleman very well from several amazing films that we've covered in the past. Things like Rage, Skyscraper, and Riot.
What?
Skyscraper.
He also wrote Time Barbarians, which was
Really? Man, Time
Trash movie.
Barbarians was rough.
that was rough.
I'm Barbarian's hot
Yeah.
garbage.
But he does have a
Skyscraper,
couple
top
others
tier.
we need to check out. We have Alien Secrets from 2006.
There's our alien movie we've been looking for. Dude.
Yep. This is one you guys could be making soon. From 2006, Alien Secrets weaves sci-fi and reality in an epic portrayal of one man's search for an alien-human hybrid and his drive to save humanity.
Is that the Warner
Was it a
Brothers logo on there?
This is comedy sci-fi.
The Warner Brothers released this?
Comedy sci-fi.
Apparently.
I don't know about this. This doesn't look as cool as it sounded.
I didn't actually look at it. It just sounded cool. All right, we also have Lion Strike from 1994.
Oh, the Ring of Fire
Dawn of the
series.
Dragon.
Yes.
Nice.
Dawn
yes.
the Dragon sucks, guys.
Two Blood and Steel is probably my favorite.
I'm with
Okay, here we
Chris.
go. We have another
we've
month.
watched two of his
We have
movies
the
in
Lion Strike
threads.
month, or Ring of Fire month.
Yeah, spits
Oh,
with
yeah.
me. Dawn the
Okay,
Dragon.
Ring of Fire month. AJ will only eat ice cream while filming. It's gonna be great.
It's only gonna make
I
it
can do that.
through the
I
first
can do
15
that.
minutes.
that cheap turkey hill crab.
You got to take the camera with you to the bathroom. He's on location from the bathroom. All right, so Lion
At the
Strike.
gas station.
Oh yeah. Lion Strike 1994, a holiday vacation for Dr. Johnny Woo. His young son Bobby and a beautiful forest ranger turns into a nightmare when they're thrown headfirst in a whirling maelstrom of violence involving a new breed of evil, the global mafia.
Holy shit.
What is that
Global
move
Mafia.
where he's like ready to cup? Like, what is
The
that?
tiger?
That's
Tiger.
Tiger.
He
Praying
grabs your
mantis?
forehead and then he
Rawr.
punches you. He grabs your balls. And just
That would do it.
Is that what it? Is it literally what he's doing? He's grabbing. He's like, I'm ready to grab some balls.
yeah, at any
Always
time.
got to be ready.
Don't worry, Rebecca.
Chris is always ready.
I train extensively with this.
Yes.
He's
All right.
practicing right
Another
now.
one to check out is Pure Danger.
He wrote the mustache.
Look at that
And it's
mustache.
directed by Steve Thomas Howe as well.
Oh, my
Really?
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, we haven't
that
done
on
some
the
C.
wheel.
Thomas Howell in a long
I know.
time.
yeah.
Redan.
Okay. A paroled short order cook and a waitress go on the run with a bag of diamonds that accidentally falls into their possession, prompting two warring gangs to come after them.
Oops.
Maybe that's what he's doing,
we
Chris.
get
He's
these
grabbing the
diamonds?
jewels.
Why did
Gotta
they
grab
color
those
the
diamonds.
title like they did?
It is
Why did they what,
confusing.
Spoon?
It's like Pooh Redan. Go.
It is Puri Danger.
Why did they do that?
I really want to watch Pooh Danger.
Puri Danger.
Well, Chris, if Above the Nut doesn't work out, we could always become the Pooh Danglers.
That's the name of our album.
Pooh Dangler?
Well, if,
Yeah.
if the danger doesn't work first, you got to redanger it.
Oh, God damn it. Our cinematographer.
Dude, this movie's
What?
available on the Roku channel too.
There you go.
Whatever that is.
There's a Roku channel.
Yeah, you got to have a
Download
Roku, though.
this shit, yeah.
Okay.
Our cinematographer is Dennis Maloney, who has 109 credits. He did things like Complex World. He did camera work for There's Something About Mary. He's done Witchcraft 5, 6, and 7 before. And he also was on a short called Sexy Scrooge.
There's our Christmas
Sexy
special.
Scrooge.
Yep. The outtakes with Bill Murray were just...
Is it like a softcore pornography movie or something?
I don't know, Chris. Why don't you pull it up and find out?
The three ghosts
Jamie,
come
pull,
to visit.
Jamie, put it up on the screen.
What was it called? Sexy Scrooge?
Sexy Scrooge. It's a short.
I'm sure Google Images is bringing up some very
researches.
interesting stuff on this.
You gotta start IMDb. Start on IMDb.
Oh, Ebenezer.
It's the ghost of Christmas past. Oh. Sexy Scrooge.
A cocky lawyer.
Skocky.
It says a cocky lawyer.
Hockey lawyer.
Get it?
It's on Passion Flicks, Chris.
No.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
It's got
adult.
Rachel Shank and Greg Harrow.
Rachel Shank.
That's a legitimate name, guys. I don't know why you're
Hey,
laughing.
hey, she's
just
on
the way he
Lucifer.
said
She was
it.
on Agents of Shields.
Oh, Lucifer.
She's been in a bunch of stuff.
Rachel Shank.
So-
Big time fan. Big fan.
I guess.
Spiff, how many fucking ladders do you need? Are you just trying to rub your money in our faces? Or like, what the fuck are you
There's
doing?
one.
There's two. We can see the bent knob of the other one. That's one of those super ladders, too, that conforms and contorts to whatever you need.
Mm,
The bent
you're talking
knob.
are you talking about
Whatever
his
that
lamp?
thing
That's his lamp.
That's
Oh,
the
that,
lamp.
oh, that's your
the
$4,000
lamp.
lamp. Sorry, I forgot about that.
That's the magnifying lamp thing he's got.
I was hanging the guitars and I ran out of anchors. So there you go. There's one.
Okay. Hey, Chris, this is all I have. We can explore Spiv's basement some other time.
All right, shut the fridge down, Aaron. It's time to move on and do the rabbit hole. So here we go.
It's time for the rabbit hole. Grab your rope and your galoshes and prepare to dive deep into your host's wealth of knowledge with more connections than a LinkedIn recruiter or a Wikipedia editor on a 5-day meth bender. Here's your host, Lindsay Washburn.
Oh, look at that
Boy,
cover.
Inappropriate cover.
There was not a lot of high quality images of anything
Including
related
the
to this movie. Absolutely
call that one?
nothing. This was
Yeah.
like
Wait,
150 by 280
that should be a
or
bath towel
something.
right there.
That looks like the cover to like the novel.
Yeah,
AJ.
that's the romance novel cover.
Didn't you say you made a witchcraft shirt?
Yeah,
Where is it?
I'm wearing it.
Oh, okay. We'll unpack it. All right, we'll save it.
Oh, I
Okay,
forgot
all right,
mine.
we'll
I know. I was gonna be surprised, but he had the room.
Go get it, Aaron.
I don't actually have
All
one.
right.
I'm not a loser.
Oh.
All right, here's our movie for tonight. Witchcraft VIII, Salem's Ghost. Came out in 1996. And it starred this guy, Jack Van Landingham.
Yeah.
Sounds like a sandwich. It's making me hungry. I'll take this Jack Van Landingham.
I'll have
and
one
some fries, please.
count of Monte Cristo and a Jack Van Landingham, please.
And his character's name was Simon Renfro, which I did not pick up.
Wait, that was
at
the name?
all.
That was
Exactly.
the name.
Exactly. That's what
He
it's
didn't
credited
have a
as.
name.
Okay.
So they might have called him Renfro, but I did not.
Lindsay, have you ever had headshots done before, right?
Yeah,
Do you have like weird cryptic messages on the side of your headshots?
in
that
every
says-
single one.
necessary.
Like, if you can
That's how you get
dream it,
noticed.
be it. Live,
Well, and that
laugh,
head
love.
doesn't look like it goes
Live,
on that
laugh,
body.
Yeah, right.
I think my mom had your headshot hung above one of her doors.
Oh, but this guy is extremely interesting. Okay. This is another movie that he was in.
Saw Digital Man.
Oh,
We covered
Oh,
that
yeah?
as early podcast.
That was like first top
Nice.
10 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a fun movie.
Don't go back and listen to that. It's awful.
And he was in Witchcraft VII, which
What?
What?
yeah, I think
Really?
he's credited as
As what?
Sam. I think he was a bartender or
Oh,
I don't know. I have no
Okay.
idea. I have no idea, but he was in Witchcraft VII.
That's cool.
He studied Hapkido at both the dojos of Steven Seagal and Toshishiro Obata.
It's like what they study is they just like eat bagels and shit.
He just
When are we gonna learn like karate?
watch Bruce Lee movies.
We don't do
Eat
that.
each other with breakfast food.
Just eat. Here's a carrot.
He also learned Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's transcendental
Holy
meditation technique in the early 90s.
Pretty badass.
Pretty badass. And he was a spiritual guru to
Burger.
celebrities and musicians like the Beatles and the Beach Boys, and there was another band, but I can't remember who they were. But lots of actors
I think it was
and
Slayer.
things like that. Slayer.
That looks like the Last Supper, but with like the Beatles. I don't know why. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Those little
Because
boxes.
it is.
They're what little boxes?
Those are books.
Front of them.
They're called books.
They're called
I never saw them
They're
before.
personal pan pizzas.
What are them there boxes you got?
Are those their picture boxes?
Oh shit. So now we're going to talk for a second about a little town called Fairfield, Iowa, okay?
Oh, God. You got to work in Iowa somehow.
Just you wait, okay? Population 9,416 people as of the 2020 census, I believe. And
Okay.
it was dubbed America's Most Unusual Town by Oprah Winfrey.
Oh.
It holds the largest training center for transcendental meditation in the world.
Whoa.
And it's home to the Maharishi International University.
There you go.
I don't understand anything you're saying at this point.
David Lynch is heavily invested in the program, and he hosts an annual weekend for world peace and meditation. So he's heavily invested in everything
What's that
going
man
on
not
in
doing?
Fairfield, Iowa.
David Lynch is cool.
He's pretty cool. And it was founded in 1973, and it was founded by the guy, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who lived to be 100 years old. He died
Holy
in
crap.
2008. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
so that's the rabbit hole.
Wasn't that 90 years old?
Maybe I had the
What?
date wrong. I don't know. He lived to be 100.
Some state. He's still alive today, Chris.
It's hanging out with Elvis.
I forget how that was related to the movie, but thank you, Lindsay. I got
It's a rabbit
distracted.
hole. It's not
So
supposed to
that's
be.
supposed to
And
be
I got
the
confused.
movie.
It's
The
indirectly
warlock
related.
guy.
Fair enough. Time to move on. Talk about Witchcraft VIII, Salem's Ghost. So here we go. Hey everyone, this is Chris, and just reminding you in the still of tonight to go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow and sign up. For $2 a month, you get access to the exclusive bonus podcast pre-show, as well as other bonuses. That's patreon.com/badmovienightshow. All right, guys, we are back here. We are talking about Witchcraft VIII, Salem's Ghost. Continuing the franchise, I'm very excited to do this. Rebecca, what did you think? Witchcraft VIII, Salem's
So-
Ghost.
I think this is my favorite witchcraft movie. So
Really?
Things are getting interesting. Very
Interesting.
Indeed.
It wasn't quite as sex-filled as the last one.
Yeah.
Brought it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought the characters were really interesting. And I thought they were unique and well done. Like they were over the top, but like that the neighbor woman was
Oh,
just
boy.
ridiculous.
Oh
Oh, we'll get to that.
But I liked her. I thought the music was crazy and weird. Yeah, I liked it.
Big fan. Coming around on the Witchcraft series.
Yeah, everyone comes around, right?
Everybody comes around eventually. Everybody comes around.
Okay.
When we're talking about witchcraft. Lindsay, what did you think?
At first, like starting to watch it, I wasn't really engaged. Like it wasn't sucking me in or anything. I'm like, this is just another stupid fucking witchcraft movie. But then more and more characters started getting introduced, and they were there was humor behind them. It was more campy than what we've seen in the previous installments. So I like that aspect of it. I was a little bored a couple times, but I think overall it's definitely not the worst one.
That's high praise. High praise. AJ, what did you think of Witchcraft VIII?
Yeah, this was kind of a surprise coming off the back of the last one, especially when we had so many erotic scenes and erotic props used in those scenes. This was like a different flavor. Yeah,
God damn
lots
it.
of camp, lots of comedy,
Lots
which
of
was a
camp.
surprise.
Oh,
It was different in that sense, and I like that we had the house from the movie before, so you kind of had this connection. You already knew kind of the location, which was cool. I like that they brought that back. Yeah, it was cool. It was a different take, and I was pleasantly surprised. And I got my witchcraft shirt on.
Let's see it. Stand up. Let me see it.
Isn't that cool?
Where'd you get that?
Ooh.
Made it.
You didn't make that.
I had someone else make it for me, but it's pretty sweet.
But does it actually have anything to do with witchcraft? Or is it just cool?
I don't remember that
No,
scene.
it is. It's a witch, and she's like holding up a skull, and there's flames, and there's all these.
There's-
Oh,
skulls
this
there's
is just
brooms.
random
It's gotta be the movie.
witchcraft
Yeah.
shirt.
That's a witchcraft shirt, not a witchcraft movie franchise
Oh,
shirt.
it is a witchcraft movie franchise shirt. I just got it. So
I think you're just making stuff up now.
Yeah, you're just making shit up, but you're doing it confidently, so I like it.
No, and I believe you. I believe you.
this is the witchcraft shirt I wanted.
Do you have any
Well, yeah,
pyramids
that's the
you can
witchcraft
sell me?
movie people wanted too, but yeah. Spiv, what did you think?
Well, Lindsay said she got a little bored at times. I got a lot bored at times, and kind of lost track of this movie until it was over.
What?
So yeah, it did
What?
not grab me. There was not
Really?
a lot of sex in it. There was not a
You
lot.
didn't
of
like that sexy man bod?
They
there
pour
was
honey
the
all over the dirty
horrible,
floor.
dirty
Yeah.
floor scene.
Wow.
Yeah, but no, the whole
get
movie, I
ants.
just like nothing happened for like an hour.
So you're gonna get AIDS from the honey on
Ants.
I
Jesus.
said ants.
Jesus.
You've been watching a lot of Chuck Norris movies lately. I know you gave that kid
Walker gave me ants.
AIDS.
Walker said I have ants in my pants.
Yeah, the ending
No.
kind of redeemed it, but no, this was not my favorite of the series by far.
Wow. Is it still better than the second one? Because I remember you were a fan of the second one.
Oh, I don't even remember the second one.
Can't even remember, and he was a fan of it.
Jesus Christ.
The
man.
second was when he was a kid.
That's with all the montages.
We should do a quiz at the end of all these and see what we actually remember.
I don't remember
was
anything about
better-
any previous
I remember all of them.
It was better than the noir one.
That was
at
4. Noir is 4.
Get out of
Was-
shit.
It was better than the
Marlon
noir
was
one.
classic.
It's definitely in the bottom 3.
Wow, really?
You're in the bottom
Not a-
3 of this
That's
Right.
podcast.
crazy. That's
That is
crazy,
pretty
Todd. Do
crazy.
you not remember
That's-
the last 8 movies we
Dude.
watched? Oh, jeez. This thing's like a masterpiece compared to.
Dude, Witchcraft 4? Was it 4?
4 was bad.
Remember when we thought the 5th one was the best one?
5
Yeah.
was fun.
Until we
Dude.
saw the 7th one. 7th
Yeah,
one
and then
was
we were
just
like blown out of the water.
blown away.
7th was surprising.
6
It's like you guys are just arbitrarily saying numbers. They have no meaning.
Give it away our shit.
We know what we're
the
talking
last
about.
one.
What did you guys say? I wasn't paying attention to anything you guys said.
Yeah. So number 14 is the best, right? Okay.
Aaron, what'd you think?
I thought this was the best one yet. I really
He's
did.
coming around. He's
It's,
coming
it's,
around.
it's different.
I never thought that would happen.
It's different.
Stockholm
Yes, it's
syndrome.
gross with the kitchen scene. That I never will look at a kitchen the same way. I just don't
they left
understand
that
the
fridge
filming
open?
of this scene.
Well, there's a very.
On the spaghetti.
It's very derivative of 9.5 Weeks.
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
Mickey Rourke him basing it. There's a whole scene like
Yeah,
that.
but
in
this
front
is
of a
like Mickey
fridge.
Rourke's like left testicle or something. This guy.
Have you seen Mickey Rourke recently?
like-
It might-
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know, it might be. It might be.
It's like you did 5 more wrestler movies.
What did I say? It's like he's like the love child of like Pauly Shore
Are you
and
suggesting
Jeremy
he's not-
Piven,
All the
and then
women
they
lust for
gangbang
Professor
Jerry
Sexy.
Seinfeld together, and out comes this guy.
What's the deal with all the witchcraft in my house?
He's done some really
don't
good
know.
movies, though.
I just enjoyed this movie. I think it's because the cheese was just cranked up to like 13, and it was fun.
It
I think you
was.
were cranking up to 13 and you were enjoying yourself with all the weird food things that were going on in this movie.
Look, Chris, I've experimented since watching this.
It's good to know. Aaron.
Oh.
You got to open your mind.
Sweet
It's-
Baby
it's-
Ray's.
Sweet Baby Ray's and I have a personal connection at this point. Witchcraft 8
Hello, fellow humans.
is a... Man, there's so much to like about it, but I feel like it's really... It's hurt because of the story and the plot and the storytelling. basically everything. But there are good.
Wow. Okay.
There's no conflict for at least an hour
No,
of
that
this
was
movie.
yeah.
Well,
That's
there's,
very
Well,
there's
I mean,
sexual
there's
tension,
conflicts.
conflict.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like these visions, but yeah.
Got the neighbors trying to knock your house down. You got
Yeah.
the student
was-
trying to get him in,
Yeah.
for a while.
The neighbor stuff reminded me of The Burbs, which I was on board.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
there's a bunch of threads and things they open in this movie that never go anywhere. How many times do we have this fucker going into a room and being like, "Oh fuck, the walls! Oh my god, I'm
Dude, that's classic
claustrophobic."
witchcraft. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
The claustrophobia goes nowhere though in the storyline.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get like
That's true.
into the
Trapped
crypt,
somewhere.
like get
That's true.
stuck in there or something.
They do wrap
but-
up some stuff pretty quickly. Like I thought the whole student affair thing was going to circle around in a big way, and it didn't at all. They just,
Student
like, cut it
affair.
off.
Goes fucking nowhere. But
I
here's
was
some
kinda
little
surprised by
claustrophobia.
that.
There's two scenes where he's like flared no fucking nose. Like
Yeah, that was
gives
good.
Joe Ripple a run for his
Yeah,
money.
he's Joe
See,
Ripple.
there he looks like Simon Garfunkel.
Simon Garfunkel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Simon
does.
Garfunkel.
You just need Chevy Chase to come in and be like,
I was getting the Chevy Chase vibe from him. A little bit of Christmas Vacation. His neighbor was playing. What's his name?
I can be your man. He's supposed to be a sexy professor.
Yeah.
I struggle with that
supposed
because he's not sexy, nor do I believe he's a professor.
well, Chris, but
so-
I mean, you're not really into dudes, so maybe you can't make that judgment.
No, that's not true. I'm not into dudes, but I can tell when there's a sexy dude.
He's
Yeah, that's
he's
fair.
not a sexy dude.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's like an
He's-
accountant.
I'll give him this. You know, he was fit, but the nothing else. Nothing else.
But like
Yeah.
all the girls are just obsessed with him.
Oh, every single
he
one.
must
They're
be a
all
lot of-
sitting. They're
yeah.
all sitting in his classroom, like they're trying to contain their lust, like they're gonna.
You should
jump
see what he
on
could
him
do
or
with mustard.
something.
That's all
Maybe
I'm
there's
gonna
just
say.
a lot of really ugly professors at that school. You know what I'm saying? And
That
he's like
could
top
be.
shelf
Yeah.
That could
comparatively.
Be. That could be.
Oh,
He's-
see,
he's the-
Chris, this
he's
is
the
good
new guy.
strategy. Surround yourself by ugly people. Or uglier people. Then you suddenly, you look normal.
Normal. What is he deformed?
Well, I was talking about myself, but I was like, hey, Chris, we have a thing here.
Oh wow.
I feel like this
I'll
could
be
go
the uglier
offensive at
person.
so many different levels. Whether you're talking about people on the
This
show
whole
or you're talking about
episode
me,
has
like,
been.
yeah, this is Aaron. I hear what you're saying. If you set the bar very low, you
Look,
don't
this
have
is my
to,
third glass
yeah.
of wine. Yeah, I don't care.
What kind of wine? You
He's
drink
getting wine drunk. Oh my god.
Yeah, Aaron's getting wine drunk.
I'm gonna take Aaron with me in the wine country.
I would
Be
go
a fun
with the wine
time.
It's
country
like
with you.
sideways. We'll film.
We could
What will we film?
film
Won't
our
be
version of
sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah. Reverse
Pennsylvania
sideways.
with shit
Front
wine.
ways.
Just box wine.
We'll just
So
call it
my-
above the
Oh,
nut.
here's some more Pennsylvania shit wine.
My first tip off about this movie was the opening credits.
Exactly.
And
With
I
that
thought
sweet flame animation.
That
Oh,
music was great
gosh.
though. That intro music. Some good
I'm
stuff.
gonna
man.
play it here in a second. And I thought like
But the music.
I got a hair stuck in here. I thought don't worry, it's just a normal face hair,
just a
not
dead
pubic
mouse.
hair or anything. I thought it's just dead mouse hair.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yes.
I mean, it could have washed
Wondering.
up from the air or something. You don't know. There's a breeze and draft. It's an old house.
Put your pants back on. That won't happen, Chris.
Yeah, it's true.
Just trim that shit.
I digress.
Problem solved.
What is this, Space Truckers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I went back and watched this a couple times because I thought like, oh, there's something wrong with the file that I downloaded and things aren't synced. But no, they just don't line up the sound of the
Yeah.
fire. I'm gonna play
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Dude, that
Oh,
music though.
That was
It
like
goes-
badass.
Here
Three,
for
four
it.
seconds.
Yeah, it
Dude.
goes and then there's fire.
And they
music was pretty badass.
use the dun dun
Yeah.
dun 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 dun
Music
dun
was
dun dun,
badass.
but they decide to finally change it up and use different instruments, and they made
That's
it
true,
so
they
much
do-
less painful.
Yeah.
And they didn't do the whoa thing on top of it.
We needed that.
I think that's why I like this movie. It was much more approachable.
They had
It's
some
like
more,
a
like
watered
the
down-
Gregorian
Dude, look at that
chant
intro.
shit.
That
Oh,
intro
yeah,
is
that's so
freaking
cool.
sweet.
That intro, it kind of reminded me
set the
of
bar too high.
like Unsolved Mysteries, their dramatic
yeah.
recreations.
Yeah, like
That's
John Walsh,
exactly
like
what I
Talon
thought
Stone.
of during this opening.
That's exactly what it looks like. But So did they do that kind of singing in Salem, like back in
No.
the 1600s?
There was
Is
not
that-
Gregorian chants
No.
going on.
Probably a lot
That
of
makes no
screaming
sense,
more
right?
than anything.
I don't understand the timeline here.
I think you're thinking maybe too hard, Aaron.
Yeah, this is a. We're in.
I read that
witchcraft
this
territory.
was not originally a witchcraft movie,
Really.
but
Oh. That's
they didn't know
interesting.
how to release it, so they just slapped the name on it.
And then they
Really?
just added the kitchen
What can we
scenes.
do
Is
with
Had the
that-
same house though. That's wild.
Yeah.
What are the odds of
See,
that?
I don't know about that.
Because
Man.
the opening credits there, it doesn't say witchcraft; it just says Salem's Ghost.
Right.
Hmm.
Is this gonna?
That's
Is this like the
interesting.
first
Did you know that, Chris? I didn't know
Cloverfield
that.
situation
Oh God.
where they don't know what to do with the movie, so they just call it a witchcraft movie?
Cloverfield 14 with more tits. Sorry.
I did like that it was in the
Chris,
same
what are you
house
doing?
though. That was pretty cool.
Miranda
I-
has a nail in her foot, but she doesn't actually.
Oh,
have
Oh
anything.
shit! I was
There's
confused
nothing there.
about that though, because didn't all the other movies take place in like California?
Yeah.
And now the
Well, so did this one.
Well,
but it was no, it's Salem. Well, yes, but they're saying it's Salem.
When they walk in the house, they're like, "Oh, you can't do this in California or something. You can't get a deal like this."
It
I wasn't
isn't-
sure if they were actually in California because there's fucking palm trees outside the house in Salem.
They just
Like, that makes
brought
sense.
them with them to Massachusetts.
This house is always so foggy inside.
Yeah.
And they will never open that door all the way.
Need the vacuum.
Well, they don't want you to
cleaner
see the palm trees.
Exactly.
this is the first movie that deviates. Well, not the first, but this is the one where there's no more Will Spanner.
Yeah. Truly. And we
died.
kind of get like a haunted house kind of scenario, which is
Maybe
cool.
that's what makes this one good.
Little poltergeist going on.
Yeah, I
don't
like
know if
that.
that-
That was fun.
Oh, the furniture moving around,
Yeah.
special
That
effects were
furniture
pretty
moving around
good.
scene was cool.
And then there was an earthquake, but they weren't in California.
The
This-
earthquakes followed us too.
This one harkens back to the first witchcraft movie in a lot
It
of
does.
ways,
It does.
Yeah.
and feels a lot more like the first one to me.
This would be a good way to finish
Yeah.
up the series. You kind of bring
No,
things
this
back
is,
around.
This is a
go
good
full
way to be
circle.
like, yeah, we're halfway there, guys.
So we're launching in a new territory here.
Where can it go from here?
So
I would love to have been one of the guys just off camera shaking those chairs.
I'm the chairman.
Pulling on the
The
string.
chair wrinkler. The same guy that's behind the camera, probably.
So we do need to talk about the scene, and we all know what scene I'm talking about. It
Make a baby?
involves they move
The
they move
refrigerator.
into a new house, and the first thing they do is they get the food out from the fridge
Yes.
and just start going to town.
They do.
And it's
Never been
it's
hungry?
spaghetti off the dirty floor and shit.
Yeah.
Imagine
Imagine
a
their
serious a
electrical
la
bill
carte.
He's
leaving
like,
that
here's
door open
mayonnaise.
like that.
Oh yeah, mayonnaise.
Well,
That's
that's
one of those
a
old school
That's lemon
fridges
juice.
too.
fixer upper too. So how many years of dirt in this 300-year-old house?
And then you just rub honey all over it.
Was the
They just
refrigerator
weren't- they just
new?
weren't worried about dirt back in the day, you know?
Oh, and then when he stands up, his back is
Dude,
just
this
filled.
shit,
Covered.
this shit is how you this shit is how you get salmonella for one. But yes, I wrote down, is his back dirty or hairy? It's the grossest
Yeah,
fucking thing
it's
I've ever
dirt.
seen in my life.
Well, and
It's
then
dirt.
while all this is going on, they have the
Chocolate.
dumbest fucking music playing. It's like that do ba dee da.
Yeah,
da,
right?
da,
Yeah.
doo.
Like scat.
What?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like-
remember that.
It's so ridiculous.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
They do a lot of
There
that in
is-
this movie.
There is a song by, is it Marilyn Knepper? Is that the lady? You know what I'm talking about?
No, that's
Our listener.
That's our
one of our
patron.
listeners.
What's this lady's name? Marilyn something?
Yeah, I'll look at it quick.
The lady who they used all the music for. The one song in the credits is called like Doobie Doo or something. I
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah,
must have
that's
been
the
Yeah, that's
bebop
the-
kind of thing.
The kitchen sexy.
That's what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Do die, do die.
Do die, do
Miriam
die.
Cutler. See, that's
Yeah,
what I said,
go.
isn't it? Marilyn.
Not even
Cutler.
close.
Whatever. Fuck you guys.
Courtesy of
Marilyn
Misprint
Knepper.
Publishing.
Salem's Waltz.
Don't know
Yeah,
why.
yeah. Some of the music in this was pretty absurd, and there's this a sex scene later where they had similar music, which is kind of like over the top, like
There's a lot,
It's
there's a lot of sax
silliness.
going
It was so
on.
silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they nailed that.
What about
sax.
all the oboe going on though? There's a lot
Nobody-
of oboe.
nobody
too.
No,
cares
that
about the
wasn't
oboe
oboe.
part.
That
This
was
movie-
clarinet.
This movie like
Oh, it's
really
clarinet?
hit the ceiling
can't
on
tell
trying to be
apart.
silly. just over the top
It
all
wasn't
the time.
sexy because if there's one thing I know about witchcraft movies is they get dirty and sexy. And this
Yeah.
was just dumb
Dirty.
Yeah.
and dirty. Yeah. But it wasn't like they prolonged these scenes very long. Like they were just
No.
started.
They're just like
They're
normal.
like, let's dump some honey on the floor. All right, that's pretty good. Let's wrap this shit up. That was it. Like it doesn't go on.
Yeah, they didn't dwell on it like number 7.
They didn't
Yeah,
dwell.
number 7 is like every 5
Well, and they
minutes.
they did a lot of close-ups, but it was like not just nipples.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
there was more stuff being shown.
Mm-hmm. And the one was backlit for most of the time, which is more like
Yeah, that was
artistic
kinda cool.
than
It was
anything.
very
Very
artistic.
artistic, AJ.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
artistic.
It was done well.
Very.
It's just
There's
a
a
different
scene-
flavor.
It's very artistic.
So
Yeah.
the movie starts out with this couple moving in this house, Professor Sexy MD, who has a history of having affairs with his students.
Yes, they buy an old house and move to a different state to try to patch up their marriage.
Yes.
Yes. a marriage from him.
And the first thing he does
Bang.
is invites a bunch of young students to the house.
including the
Seems
one
very
that
healthy.
And
Actively-
his new
She brings
boss
him
knows
6
about
cookies.
it.
Dude, every scene with him and the students, they're like touching him. It's like, this is weird. Why do you keep
Professor,
touching him?
cookies.
can I stop over later? I have a question.
Oh, man. He's got a lot of problems.
Problems.
And getting late
Don't
doesn't
sound
one
like
of
problems, AJ. So his neighbors come over, and they go down in the basement, and they find this like
this guy. This freaking guy.
Leak. They find a leak, man.
He's
Yeah.
a plumber. You're
Well, he's
not.
a
He's
plumber.
the guy from the
It's the
best in
Burbs.
the
He's the
state.
neighbor from the Burbs.
Honestly, it looked more like a glory hole. Okay?
you a
Whoa.
drink. Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
Jerry, what are you doing?
It's ridiculous.
So
Completely
Do you have a
ridiculous.
clip of her speaking?
No.
I kind of got like Cousin Eddie vibes from him. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure, for sure.
They were kind
Yeah.
of playing those characters.
They were playing it, chewing the scenery.
God, her voice was just. I was like, really? We're
But
gonna do
it
this the whole movie?
changed. Like she was putting it on for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So,
Do you think that was her choice or the director's?
well, they're trying to be silly.
They're trying
I
really
don't-
hard.
Because they have a sex scene and they play like cartoon music over it.
Yeah.
That's the doctor.
I know.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Nurse, are you ready?
Was he an actual doctor?
No,
he's a
he's a
plumber.
He's a
plumber.
plumber.
Did
Dude,
you
that's the whole
see his
reason.
fucking house? It was a goddamn mansion. Did you see
Yeah.
that thing?
Wow,
He's
dude,
the
he's
best
charging-
plumber in
cheap
the
in
state.
Salem.
He's charging lots of money, man.
He's making
think
three
he's charging
figures
her?
up in here.
Yeah. 6 figures. That's right. 6.
That's a great pre-show callback.
That was great.
That was good, Rebecca.
Oh shit.
But it turns out he ends up getting sort of possessed by the basement hole.
Sort of.
Yeah,
He
he
got
gets that
dirt in
dark
his
makeup.
eyes.
I
Is
can't
that
see.
sword?
I
Dirt in his
can't
eyes.
see.
And this is the
Yeah.
problem I have with this movie is I just don't quite understand what happens. Like, I
Dude,
get-
it's like that song. He's blinded by the light. Something about a
and
douche.
that,
In the beginning of the movie,
Rumor in the
in the
night.
beginning of the
Yeah.
movie, they warn about not going in there and staying away. We hope we got this guy contained. We don't really know.
Yeah, so
the
if that,
thing
if
is,
that
they-
thing's not on
Powerful
there.
warlock.
They never say like what his power is or what's going to happen when he comes back. They just
I
say
know.
it's bad, and so we don't know what the real threat is because
His power is he's gonna come back and bone
Dude,
all
that's
your
that's
people.
classic
Right?
witchcraft.
That's
Well,
it.
but-
We're not
basically.
supposed to know.
because
And he's
there's
got vampire teeth for some
there's
reason.
the
doesn't use his
possessed
powers.
neighbor, there's the warlock himself flitting about, and then there's the red gas. So there's like 3 different things going on, and we really don't know what any of them do.
Maybe
Red
this
gas
is,
is
radon.
the warlock,
Is this
right?
just radon?
The gas
Is
who
that what
Yeah, I was
arranges
gonna
your
say,
house.
Chris is just gonna tell you it's radon because he believes it's in everywhere.
radon is in your basement, AJ.
Here we go. Here we
Radon's
go.
heavier than air, so it wouldn't come up through the vents.
Right. Which is why you need to pump it out
It
of your
doesn't
basement.
upskirt college girls.
Oh yeah.
Chris
I
is
thought
like,
it was
oh,
going to
darn.
possess them, but it didn't.
Okay, so from my understanding, we have at the opening of the movie a warlock being burned alive, right? And he turns into
Did
a,
they
Quasimodo.
Or did
He's
they just
literally the
stab
most
him with
powerful
straws?
warlock
Yeah.
They
alive.
burn him alive.
His face
but
changes.
He turns into
he turns
That was
Then he-
cool, man. Look at that.
That was a little
Damn,
fun
that was
little
cool.
effect.
That's
into a
the
rubbery
budget right
corpse.
That skeleton still had hair on it.
Was he wearing
I
pleather
wasn't there
pants
enough.
back then too?
I hope so. Probably
Be a
invented it.
skeleton with a good set of hair, I think. Feel like. But he's buried under this house, and so when
what?
he's buried under this house.
Well, he's in a crypt
Buried?
underground, and the house is built
No,
on top of the
Buried
crypt.
is the proper pronunciation. people.
buried. B-U-R-I-E-D. Buried. Not
Buried. It would be like if you threw strawberries at him.
Yeah, like,
Shut up, I'm Midwestern.
That's what the red light's from.
We bury people
I say it's
here.
buried. Yes, you bury people. You don't bury them.
You bury them. It's a you.
Unless
It
you're
sounds so
building something.
stupid though. Bury. I'm gonna bury you. Or if I
sounds
say I'm gonna
correct,
bury you, you're like, if they're gonna throw strawberries, they're gonna get my cousin Barry, or we're gonna put you in the ground. You don't know.
You know who
Keep
they should
guessing.
have cast as the warlock instead?
You.
Richard Grieco.
He would have been good at that.
actually,
That would have
Spiv,
worked, man.
at this time period in '96, he was
Yeah.
just
That
right
really
for this
works.
role.
He would have been
Mm-hmm.
like, meow.
Yeah, he had the look for it with the
He
hair
did.
and everything back then.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Instead of Mr. The hell's his name?
So
Buckingham?
yeah, this lead guy.
Cattlingham?
I'm not-
Sandwich ham. So,
Lurking?
Lindenham.
So you
I'm
guys
not
didn't
a
like
big
him, huh?
fan. I'm not a big fan of the
Well, he doesn't do
evil
anything.
warlock or the professor. Honestly,
Wow. Even without the shirt, it wasn't doing it for you?
which one? Either of them? Not
Yeah,
really.
that sweet tat.
Yeah, which one do you think I'm talking about?
Like, I like their bed. I will admit, he had a nice bed. But
Dude,
like,
that dream sequence, the first dream sequence he had, that was pretty
Badass.
sweet. Yeah, I thought that was done really well with like the guy floating in the
creepy.
bathtub.
That
It's
was-
crazy. It's like, it's too good for a witchcraft movie. What's going on?
It's because it's not a witchcraft movie.
it is not a witchcraft movie. It is a
It is. Which
movie entitled witchcraft movie entitled only.
No, bullshit. Bullshit.
That's true.
true,
Check the
Aaron.
Wikipedia, man.
It's true, Aaron. Check the fucking.
Oh, wait.
Wikipedia.
You know what? You're right, because there's actual, like, magic in this one.
They actually shot this before Witchcraft 7.
I find that hard to believe because it's the same house.
exactly. That's quite the coincidence.
Is it the same
It's
production
same
company?
Actually, good point.
Are they ever outside of the house, though, that you can see
You've
it?
got the same cinematographer.
Oh, that's the inside of the house for sure that they're in.
They're Spiv. They're outside of the house.
It's
They don't
the
have
same
that kind of
production
money.
company.
This one is so much more competently filmed, though, than a lot of the other
I
ones.
don't know about that because I think the editing in this one is kind of a mess.
Well, it's because
And
they cut
there's-
in all the sex scenes. Yeah,
There's
take
moments
that
where
out.
I just don't know what's going on. Like how like, look at this. Like what kind of
Oh,
editing?
man.
There's totally no coverage for any of that. It was so jarring.
I like it. But what do you
Sounds
expect
like you
from
don't like Witchcraft 8. That's what it sounds like.
I think much like most witchcraft movies, there's things to love, AJ. There's definitely things to love. There's the jerking off in the bathtub scene that is always a good time. At one point, the student comes to the teacher because he's been off work, and she brings
Yeah.
him a paper bag that's very small, but she says it's filled with chicken soup. I didn't believe that, but I liked it.
Yeah, it's dehydrated. You got to add water.
Yeah,
Did you like
at
the
one point-
JPEG face? I wrote down JPEG face when he was
So-
attacking her.
The face change
Oh,
was
yeah.
fantastic, and I think
Yeah.
that's
The still image
Oh,
was
Yeah.
I have it in
Pixels.
slow mo because it's pretty cool.
great. That is cool.
His
That
mouth
was
gets real
unexpected.
big.
Why does he have vampire teeth?
Because of the last movie.
That's
Because he's
okay.
a warlock.
He's a warlock.
Why do
So-
warlocks have vampire teeth?
Well, remember, he's in the vampire
Yeah.
house from the last movie, and I think he probably got bit at some point because vampires.
So they were like down there gnawing on his corpse.
That must have been.
So who gave him the pleather pants then, AJ?
I don't know, Alice Cooper.
He
I
made
don't
them.
know.
It's magic.
They poured the
I have
soup
a
on
question.
him, and he turned into a human again.
This comes back to my confusion about this movie because at one point we have the priest who comes in who does like he's like an exorcist kind of deal.
Oh gosh,
Um,
that fake
He's a
accent.
witch hunter.
But
That
I
guy's
feel like this
great.
movie was cut from the original storyline because at one point you see the wife and she looks like she has fangs for a second. Like in this scene you saw she looked like she had fake teeth in her mouth.
Dude, Chris is going
No, it
real
looked
deep.
like her. I thought it was like her mouth
going
was
real
closed
deep.
shut, like she couldn't open her mouth.
He's like I threw my pee. Oh yeah.
Ah, look how cool that was.
Gosh.
Look at that.
Look, hold on, look at this right there.
Yeah, her mouth's like
She's
Big
holding the
I think it's
coin.
tape.
They
Yeah,
told
the coin.
he-
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is the
The
quality is
priest
so
told
poor.
that they had to
Right.
hold the coin in their
I was
mouth.
not watching at that point, but then I saw it get caught in
Yeah,
a pyramid. or
that's
something.
that's what that is.
Yeah, I didn't understand the pyramid because I thought,
No one
oh, they
understands
beat
the pyramid.
him,
I thought it was one
But
of
it
those
was-
Roombas.
Power.
but he wasn't.
I thought it
Then
was
he
a
was
fucking
on the
Roomba.
roof.
I was like, that's why you don't get those fuckers. They'll
Do you
suck
think it
your
was
soul
like
right out.
a little strange that when the phone stopped working, that was the time when he realized things were going to go to shit?
Oh, they spend so much time. in
Oh,
this
no,
movie.
the
I've
phone
seen-
lines.
Oh, that's just the start of it. Like what? What is this, Marty?
Would a warlock from the 1600s know about phones and 911? Considering it was
probably not.
straight
The
until the
whole time.
80s.
He's just
He's been
listening.
hanging out in the basement, Aaron.
That's
Kinda.
true.
He picks up on some things.
pink
He does some
light, man.
upskirts and all that kind of shit. You think he doesn't know about phones? He knows about upskirts. You know what I mean?
He's able to do poltergeists, which was pretty crazy. You know?
Ah, man, he like. It's just
See,
too
can't you picture
confusing.
Greco there? You could. It's perfect
Yeah.
for him.
I wonder what all
Spit.
those
I
tattoos
constantly-
mean because they obviously made several of them up.
Yeah.
That one
Yeah,
means
like that
That's,
one on his chest is
artist
supposed to
formerly known
have
as
some.
Prince.
That was cool.
that's the arts formerly
Mhm.
known as Prince. Thank you, Smith. You think you could have got less dorky dude for the lead? You just look. You just
Yeah.
look too
Yeah,
dorky.
he was a weird choice. But he was still better than I'm a lawyer.
Oh no! I kind of like Billy.
I mean, the
his-
last Billy we had, the one that died, that was we were getting really at the end of the run with
Billy
that.
is slow, but in a way that I enjoy.
He was like the last choice.
His doofusness.
Everyone passed on Billy, but that guy.
So are they going to bring this guy into the next film, like some random
No.
location? Like
Oh,
he'll
that
be
was
in a
cool.
checkout
Look at
line
that.
and like
There's the
they'll
budget.
mix
at
up the
that.
groceries or something, and that's how
Dude,
they
this
pull him
movie
into
had
the
some
film.
cool moments though.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
This had some cool moments.
It did. I didn't understand it though, and it let me down on the story.
That's classic.
And it
That's
wasn't
classic
sexy.
witchcraft. It's not
They all do.
supposed to make sense.
They all.
Yeah.
No.
Chris,
Why
what was
are you
number
stuck
3
on
about?
this?
Goddamn well, what number 3 was about?
No, I don't.
Was the
Billy
voodoo?
saved the kid from the
Yeah.
lawyers.
Yeah.
That's
kid
the
and
second one
voodoo?
too, asshole.
No, the second
No,
one.
the second
he's
one
a
was he was
teenager.
coming
High
to
school.
age.
Oh, you're right.
and
I'm
he's
wrong.
being
I apologize.
The
used
neighbors.
Right.
with sexy
And the
montages.
fourth one is
through the movie.
noir. God damn it!
Which one is doing his mommy? Is that 2?
They're all
Those
doing it.
two.
Bob.
They're all that one.
They're all that one. Aaron.
What was 3? Was
Awful. Or so bad. 3 was.
which was the one
It's
with the
because of death.
crunching around in
Oh.
the woods? That was 4.
What's going on? I'm hearing.
That was 4. Yeah.
Yeah,
Spiv,
why does that keep happening to
Oh,
us?
Spiv, you keep turning into
Yeah.
It's
robots.
it's
'cause you're-
freaking
You guys are
SteamYard.
fighting me.
StreamYard.
Yeah, it's SteamYard because Aaron's
Because
going
you've been
out
having
too.
issues for a
It
while
is
now.
StreamYard. I think it's like consuming too much computer memory, and then I don't know what I'm saying.
It's all. It's not. Shouldn't be doing much.
Aaron,
of
you
anything
gotta
very
on
fix
the
this.
resource
You know how to fix this, right, Aaron?
You're IT, Aaron. You're
IT,
the
come on,
guy.
man, get on
It's
there.
a hosted service. Call them.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Call them.
Yeah, Aaron, you're the IT guy. I think that's
Email them,
kind of
be
what
like,
you should
"Hey,
be
look,
doing. Yeah,
come on."
It's not. It's not what I do.
Aaron, I put a support ticket in and didn't get a response. Just saying.
Okay, that's what IT would do.
We were getting to the end of this movie, and things still weren't resolved. And I'm
Yeah.
like, "There's 5 minutes left."
Yeah, look.
The ending happened so quickly when it finally did.
It was
Where
fast.
did Where did
But
he
there's
get
no
the
closet
cross
rods.
knife from? I missed that part.
The dude
priest.
dropped it. It fell off.
He had
of
like his
him.
little cross on the ground, right?
It was a cool
Did that
prop.
change into the big?
Dude,
prop?
when that went through.
No, he
that's sweet.
throws him next to it for some reason,
Yes.
so he can grab it and stab
Okay.
him.
That
Was
whole
the
lightning
weather
scene
vein
reminded me
his
of Back
same
to
as
the
his
Future.
tattoo?
Yes.
Oh, it might
Weather
be. I
vein
don't know.
was his
It looks
tattoo,
like it.
Aaron.
That's why he hangs
didn't
on
know-
top of the house playing
That scene
guitar
you
with
just
us in the
showed,
middle of
Chris,
the
I
night.
didn't get.
Dude, he's the Crow Jr.
Standing on
The priest
That's
goes
what I'm
into the
s-
front yard and he just stands there and starts screaming.
He
And then
was
like
trapped.
30 seconds later, the weather vein comes through.
Spiv,
It's
you're
a
not very
classic
religious
story.
person.
He wasn't
What's-
strong enough and didn't have enough faith, and he got
It's
it.
just
Man.
an
He's
allegory.
It's
been
a bit
training
of a
his whole
ripoff
life,
from
AJ.
the
Yeah.
Omen. The
I take
Omen
it
It's a ripoff
death,
of the Omen.
apparently.
but I don't
There's an exorcist kind of homage as well when he first arrived.
Especially some of the lighting.
But so they kill the warlock, but then he appears on the roof, and then the
Yes.
priest gets a thing through him, and then the neighbor is possessed, and then the
Yeah.
warlock's back, and then they stab the warlock, and the wife is behind a thing. It just feels like there's story beats missing that were cut out. And she's a vampire.
She's not a vampire.
He had vampire teeth.
Yeah, why not? He lived in a vampire house. It makes sense somewhere along the line to become a vampire, right?
Sure.
And then
I'm okay with that.
So, this is a
And then the
mixed.
cops show up, take the cross. What?
Yeah, they were
definitely a-
gonna take it as evidence.
That was a cool scene. There's some
Definitely a
cool
mixed
scenes.
witchcraft movie. It's just it has its moments, but it's not the top tier.
You hearing this
then-
guy?
But then,
Not.
We're not going to stand for this, Chris. We're not going to stand with this talking down to witchcraft nonsense over here.
but then you get to the end credits music.
Oh god.
Mm.
300 years ago, I used to run wild and free until they came.
It's like
Dude, they got Jack
Shine
Black for
down.
that?
D
That's
song.
so good.
Tenacious D.
Yeah, I didn't. They got Jack Black. That must have cost a lot of money.
Gonna watch
Shine.
Witchcraft with Dick Cunningham.
But
Yeah.
wait, it gets
Maybe
better
that's
as
the
the song
song
goes
that
Oh,
on.
the
it gets
tribute is for.
Yeah.
Here's the rest.
Both the fire flew from my hands, and even sweet echoed through the land.
Right?
Fantastic.
I was like, I'm back on board. You got me, you sons of bitches.
That's all it took.
Since we're talking about the credits, I noticed something really weird in the credits. I don't know if anybody else
That people
did.
actually worked on this movie?
No. There's a guy in the credits named Dr. John Fromberg, and he's got 2 credits, one right after the other. The first one is Weather Vane by. And the
Does it
second
match the
Weather Vane?
tattoo?
he
Yeah.
made that weather vane, and the second one right underneath it is onset masseuse.
Giving out hand
Is that
jobs,
the
what he's
technical
doing.
name for a fluffer? Is
Fluffer.
that like the
That's
nice
what
name?
it's credited as.
He's worked on a lot of witchcraft movies, probably.
I mean,
Yes.
if you're looking for low budget actors, you're like, look, but there's an on set masseuse.
They have a
It's
$48,000
the guy
budget,
that
but they
made
have
the
an
weather
on-set
vane, but
masseuse.
he's a masseuse.
The weather vane was pretty badass, though.
It
Jack
was
of all
pretty
trades.
Yeah,
badass.
that's cool. This movie had some really cool moments in it.
Yeah, like the scene
haven't
where
done
she's
before.
just
Oh, the blood
willy-nilly
dripping.
cleaning up the blood by swiping where it's
Yes.
dripping and not actually stopping the
Keep
drip from
dripping.
occurring.
more.
Stop the drip, lady.
That was such a weird scene because it's the way they have some very bizarre shots in this
Yeah.
movie and bizarre angles.
Yeah, for sure.
Choices were made.
Just the whole
Choices
jerking off in
were
the bathtub
made.
scene that I didn't quite understand either what the camera was implying.
And it's so foggy in this house.
What do you mean?
Like, what is the camera supposed to be? Is it the
Right
warlock?
there.
The war.
Yeah, it's a
the
shadow
warlock.
of the
What do you
warlock.
mean? Who else would it be?
Maybe Aaron?
Ouch.
It's the onset masseuse.
Dead.
Do you need a hand?
Then there's the scene.
Jesus.
This is the worst scene in the movie where she is
Okay.
scrubbing the walls with a
Oh,
very
yeah.
small
Right.
brush, and he's dancing with the broom. And if you've
That's
ever
the
done
witchcraft waltz or whatever from the credits.
if you've ever done work like this, like sweeping with a broom, it's pretty satisfying. Scrubbing the wall with a very small brush, that is incredibly frustrating. I would be pissed if he started dancing in front of me like that.
Yeah, you should probably use your cloth first before a brush. on the
Something
wall.
else. Just paint
He's a
that. Just fucking paint
wacky, romantic college professor, Chris.
That scene felt like a
Hated
scene
him.
from Beauty and the Beast with the cleaning.
it. Yeah, it was like,
Just
be
did.
my
It had that
be our
like Disney
guest.
fun, you know? Like,
It had another scene like that, the
Goofball.
poltergeist scene where they're getting attacked by the furniture and the fridge.
Yeah.
It's like
it was pretty cool.
everything came to life.
You gotta shake that fucking furniture. Shake the couch. I mean, if my furniture started rattling around like
I mean,
that, I'd be pretty upset.
I'm
Maybe
shocked.
the fridge just wanted revenge.
I'm shocked we even got that much kind of effort in a witchcraft movie, frankly.
There was a lot of efforts, but AJ.
There was effort
there was,
in this.
There was effort in this movie, and that's why I wouldn't discount this one. Anything else?
Best
guys?
witchcraft.
Interesting. That's
It's up there. It's up there.
I think this one just threw me for a loop because it was so it had so much different stuff that we haven't seen
Yeah.
before and that I wasn't expecting. I don't know.
I really wanted them to do something with this claustrophobia because when they
Yeah.
first introduce it, he's pretty
Right.
great in the scene where they
What is
push
this?
him with
What's
the
happening
cardboard
right
walls.
now?
He's like, oh
Is that-
god.
I thought he was getting put inside a present. I couldn't tell what's happening. What's going on?
It
Totally
made
see
me
that,
think of the Tom Petty video.
Oh,
The,
yeah.
Don't come around here no
Don't go
more.
anymore. Yeah.
All right. Anything else with the Witchcraft 8?
No, I think we covered it pretty well.
All right. Rebecca, would you recommend Witchcraft 8 Salem's Ghost?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna recommend it.
Yes. Lindsay.
Yeah, I'll recommend it because I mean, if you've gotten this far, you might as well keep going.
2 for 2. 2 for 2. AJ.
You know, I'm going to recommend it. One of the best witchcraft movies yet. Different flavor. Surprisingly. Who knows where we're going to go next now? Because this is just like all
Laundry room.
over the place.
Going to the laundry room.
Yeah.
Bar set high. I'm looking forward to it.
Aaron.
Fuck yes, this is the best one so far.
Going to the laundry room.
Also recommend.
I know why you skipped me, Chris. It's okay.
I didn't skip you. Spiv.
No.
Wow,
if you're in
really?
it for the long haul, sure, you have to watch this one. But it's bottom 3, guys. Come on.
Bottom 3? Are you
Be
I don't
crazy?
think it's bottom.
Who
3.
are you?
The
worst
production
one is
values
number
alone
4.
are mind blowing.
Dude, bottom 3 is like the first 3 movies. Like, what?
But they have
talking
sex with
Hey, the
noodles
first
that they
one was
find on the
trying
floor.
to be a movie.
Look, she found these noodles somewhere, and he
Oh, God, that's so gross.
This
It doesn't
isn't
even look good.
This is probably the top 3rd or top 4th for me.
Oof.
Easily.
It's like, you like raw eggs, but not really. Aaron, do you got any alternate titles?
Of course. Not very many good ones, but pour some soy sauce on me. I'll never look at sriracha the same way again. Making love and pancakes. Witchcraft 8 Salem Bro. Witchcraft 8 Salem Bone. Witchcraft 8 Salem Chode.
I got the pervs, like the bird,
That's good. I like that.
and subpervia. That's it.
Suburbia. Oh, it's like suburbia. Got it.
And then I was like, I had more, but then I just stopped. We got Taylor though, in the comments
Okay.
with Amityville Witchcraft House, the Warlock. Wait, there's no commas here. God damn it. Wait.
Oh, it's one title,
It's
Chris.
one thing.
Amityville Witchcraft House, The Warlock 3, Witchcraft Ghost, The Sexy Left Nut of Mickey Rourke, rated R. You stand so close to me. The worst 80s hair metal song for the end of credits. Long title, Taylor, but I like it.
I like how you just kind of snuck in the left nut of Mickey Rourke.
Die.
Oh yeah. that's
Are you
good.
mixing up 2 songs? Don't Stand So Close to Me and Doo Doo.
It's
What's
blue.
the hell's the song?
Yeah. If she was green, she would die. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there's that one. Okay, I was thinking 2 Police songs, but okay.
All right. Let's move on, guys. It's time to move on. We got to play a game. So here we go.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind of compliment, right? Your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly unpleasant. Shall we play?
Ooh.
All right. So we are doing a game all about the Salem witch trials. And I got the stupid white square in the middle of my screen. So let me... Yeah, there we go. All right. In what year did the Salem witch trials take place?
1776.
16, 19.
1608.
16, 18.
16,
1690.
Somewhere around there. 18,
1650.
16.
1689.
It was 1692.
Oh,
Close.
Aw.
Look at that guy. He's like, you're a fucking witch, aren't you?
Build a bridge out of her.
churches.
How many women were burned at the stake in Salem?
0.
0.
Yes, it was none of them.
Mm,
It was
Why?
all in Europe that they were burned at the
Lame.
stake.
We're more
Which
civilized.
of these was not a test used to see if someone was a witch? The prayer test, the pricking test,
I
the
remember
witch
this.
cake test, or the cross test?
prayer
Cross.
test.
I feel like I'm having deja vu.
The
Yeah, we did.
cross
We did some of these
test.
Prayer
I'm gonna
test.
say
like
the prick-
twice.
the
I did
pricking
one, and then
test.
Rebecca did one, and then we're doing this. But I don't remember any of the answers.
I could not tell you about any of that. Cross test.
I remember the witch cake crap. Yeah.
Yeah, which cakes are real?
Yeah, the
by
witch
way?
cake.
Say a prostate
Yeah.
test, Chris.
Yeah. Bend
Oh, you
over.
want your PSA?
Stick a thumb up
buddy.
their butt. All right.
The cross test is not real. So the prayer test, they needed to recite the Lord's Prayer without any mistake. If they
witch.
made one, they were a
witch,
witch. The pricking test, the accused was poked and scraped by their victim until they bled. And if the victim became better after the person was bleeding, then the accused was a witch.
Makes sense.
And then the witch cake, the accused urine was used to make a cake, and it was fed to a dog. And if the dog had a bad reaction to it, then the accused
Who
was
the
a
came
witch.
fuck
up
is
with that?
humanity still
Obviously.
alive? This is the most fucking stupid shit.
man.
It's science, Chris.
A Christian man came up with that.
A duck.
Gave the dog hepatitis.
How many people were accused of being witches in Salem?
Oh God! Everyone and their mother,
like
right?
26, 30, 40?
33?
57.
It was more than
Oh,
200
Jesus.
men and women.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many people lived in Salem at the time?
How old was the youngest accused?
12.
3.
7.
So it was
No,
like
it has to be
13 or
like
something, right?
16 or something.
say
She
11.
was 4.
Oh,
I was
wow.
close the first time. Damn.
Oh, that's
Was-
sad.
Dorothy Good or Dorcas Good?
Well, at least they made a magic card out of her. That's cool. She's worth it.
Just like 3 hit
She has
points.
a low mana count there.
How can you accuse a 4-year-old of being a witch?
You're an
Oh,
asshole.
I could see
Because
it.
they were crazy.
Yeah.
How many were killed as part of the trials?
That was
All
like
of them.
30, I think.
20, 30?
Oh, like
150.
total like people?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like
27.
10 or 11 or something like that.
It was 25.
Hmm.
Wow, is that
19
high?
were hanged, 1 was pressed to death, and 5 died in prison awaiting trial.
Jesus.
death.
And that
the
included
rocks, right?
an infant as well.
Oh,
Oh.
that's sad.
Yeah.
Wait, so they thought a infant was a witch too?
I think she was in, like, with the mom.
Mm.
Because
Like
they
the mom
couldn't
was
be.
holding her, or the mom? She was inside the mom still,
No,
the
like,
room.
she was born.
not an infant then. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
How
familiar,
much
doesn't
does witch tourism bring into Salem every year?
A lot.
it? Millions,
Probably a
right?
ton.
$11 million.
It's such a huge
$13.
tourism industry there.
200 million.
Never been there.
No, that's too much.
You never been to Salem? Man, you gotta go.
It's
AJ,
pretty
we
cool.
should go to Salem.
I'd like
That's
to.
fun.
That sounds fun.
Road trip.
Yeah.
It is $100 million
Wow.
a year.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's 3 figures.
In what year were the last of the accused officially declared not guilty?
2012.
Right?
Oh, really?
1952.
That's probably pretty
It's
close.
something weird like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably something, yeah.
Yeah.
2001.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, they were officially exonerated by the Massachusetts legislature.
Bet they feel good about that.
You know what? Justice works slow, everybody.
Just slow, but, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually it'll work, right?
Eventually, all right. You'll
You might be
long
dead.
but-
Everyone will be
hundreds of
dead.
years.
That's okay.
But someday.
All right.
It'll
Thank
work.
you, Rebecca. That was a good game.
That was a
Let's
good
move
game.
on, though, and do some listener feedback. So here we go.
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Last week we checked out Slime City in 1988. We found during it that there's a sequel. Matthew Pfeiffer says the sequel does bring back both main actors from the first film. Although the actor playing Alex in this is playing Zachary in the sequel. It's filmed almost entirely at the demolished ruins of a housing project in southern Buffalo, New York, and somehow only cost $50,000 to make, which sadly means a lot of the effects don't look as good.
Damn.
Says it's watchable, but it's not as enjoyable as the first film.
Well, it's like 20 years later, right?
At least.
Yeah, at least 30 years later. 70
Jason
years.
Case, Slime City is an inane name because the movie doesn't have a city that has slime.
That's fair assessment.
I said on the last
It should have been called Slime Man.
Slime Guy. Somebody said Slime Guy. It was ridiculous, but that's pretty much what it was.
Marilyn Knepper, I bet the lunch break on this movie set was disgusting.
Did you know she wrote the Witchcraft series music?
She made the music.
She doesn't have an alternate title, but a tagline. Slime City, get ready, the slime is going to hit the fan.
We need to wait to watch the sequel till I don't remember anything about the first one. So maybe not next week, but the following week. Yeah, like give me like 2 more weeks and it'll be gone.
She asks us, does anybody want Rob Zombie to remake this movie?
God, no.
Guar could do the soundtrack and a video for Take Me Down.
You could take the worst movie and have Rob Zombie do it, and he would somehow make it even worse. Okay?
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
It would all just be, you fucking dick-sucking fucker, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Not a big Rob Zombie fan. I do like Dragula, though. I like that whole album. That was a badass album.
There's that White Zombie song, too. What's that one?
Yeah.
More human than human. Yeah.
1960!
Yeah, that was
Pure gibberish. I don't think there's any lyrics to that song.
It doesn't need to be.
I remember when his band was touring without him.
Really? And it was like, this is so much
Was it-
better.
Yeah, they're
just
just like
called-
going around without him. Like,
Were they just called White?
yeah, I forget what they're called. They're like Rob Zombie's band or something. I don't know. I can't remember. I just remember like, who would go see that? Like,
Do they actually have a singer,
someone
or they
did, I
just did
guess.
the like
no, I think they
instrumental
just did
versions?
like their own thing. Like their own thing.
Oh,
That's fair.
that's okay. Okay. David Black, what a juicy movie. They should make a superhero series based off this called Slug Man.
Slug.
He could fight crime by preventing the criminals from being able to eat their lunch.
Where did the slug come?
Wait.
There's no
And they just
slug.
throw salt on him, and that's it. Movie ends.
Don't give Witchcraft any ideas, AJ.
Oh boy. Let's see. And Taylor Ann has some alternate titles for Slime City. A Big Gooey Mess. The semi-incredible Melting Man versus the chick who I thought looked like Dee Wallace from Cujo.
Did she?
And
I don't remember what she looked like.
She had kind of the same hair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, now I remember. Yep.
and the worst ASMR movie ever.
Or the best. I can't judge ASMR. It's all gross to me. Like, I've never listened to any ASMR. I was like, yes, I need that. I'll get that.
Okay, Aaron.
Eric,
Did you know
this was a
there's
serious
movies?
conversation, Eric.
Do you know there's channels on YouTube that people just mow their lawns?
What?
And somehow,
How many
Stranger
viewers,
gets way
subscribers?
more subs than
Probably
YouTube.
way
more
more.
subs.
They have hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
Spiv, you're just gonna get us to lose subscribers here.
Do they use like drones? I'm gonna do like an
They
8
just set
camera
it up
setup
on a
as I mow the yard.
tripod and mow the yard.
And I'm
I
not
don't
gonna take my
understand.
ADD meds, and I'm gonna mow, and it's gonna be like
I have a big yard too, so I could have a really good,
it's gonna be great.
some really
You
good
got a
video.
sweet
That
mower
sounds
too,
fun.
right, Chris?
Does it
2
work?
blades. Did you
put-
fix
I
the
put-
belt?
I replaced the belts on it, guys.
Yeah.
Did you lube the Johnson rods though?
No, I don't even know what that is. I lube some... Never mind. Is that a real thing? Was I supposed to do something like that?
Think about what he said, Chris.
Okay. Oh, okay. I get you. I understand.
He's like,
Continue.
shit, did I do it or not? I don't know.
I'm going to go check the Johnson rods later.
I gotta Google Johnson
Get some
rods.
blinker fluid.
It's all dicks. It's just all dicks everywhere.
Don't forget the muffler bearings, too.
That does it for our listener feedback on Slime City. If you want to leave feedback for me to read next week, you got to do it on our YouTube. Search out Witchcraft VIII, Salem's Ghost.
John Burnham has an alternate title for Witchcraft VIII in the chat. He says Witchcraft VIII, Tattoo Convention, and Witchcraft Hot Topic.
That sounds like
that's
some
pretty
good
good.
witchcraft ideas, Chris. We gotta write those down.
That is pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet Hot Topic has witchcraft shirts.
I bet that's where AJ got his shirt from.
No.
So, okay, so there's no wheel this week. And before everybody freaks out and says, why is there no wheel? What's going on?
No wheel?
What is happening?
Why?
Well, I am leaving the show.
It's done. Chris finally had it.
We'll never
Out of
finish.
here.
And so AJ is taking over,
Taking over.
and AJ has a movie.
Uh-oh.
And AJ, would you like to introduce this movie and the trailer?
Jesus.
I'm scared.
Oh. Just play the trailer, Chris.
It speaks
Play
for
the
itself.
trailer.
God
Oh,
damn it.
God.
Just remember, her body is yours, but her soul belongs to me.
Look for the name. Quartz Vein.
We're going to Quartz Vein, man.
The bad guy from Inspector Gadget?
We already made that joke.
We're either gonna love this or hate it.
I have to admit that trailer looked pretty cool.
Actually, the original trailer we saw for that did look kind of cool. I vaguely remember
The
that.
guy with the
Came up
goggles
pre-show.
is pretty sweet.
Do we have
It's
it?
gonna be
Where
terrible.
can they watch it?
It is on Tubi.
It's on Tubi.
Quartz
It's on
Vein is on
Tubi,
Tubi.
good.
I
Is this a
watched some of this
sci-fi
Saturday
AJ?
night with AJ,
We watched some of it.
and he just kept bringing it up, and then he brought it up again on Sunday. I don't know what his obsession with this movie is,
It's a weird one.
but enjoy.
Yeah.
It's like 3
Comedy
hours long,
horror.
too.
It's an epic.
What?
It's an epic.
It's an hour
What?
19.
It's not
It'll be
an
fine.
hour and 20
It'll be
minutes.
fine.
Quartz Vein. It's available on Tubi. That is what is happening.
That's the name
next
of our
week.
new album, Chris. By Above the Nut.
A
Vein.
prospector
That'll
in
be
the year
interesting.
2047 must rescue a girl enslaved by a mutant race of gold-injecting vampires.
Pretty sweet, right?
How can you go wrong?
Sounds
That
cool.
He's not on
sounds
board for
pretty
that.
badass. That does sound badass.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck, AJ. I will try to teach you the ways of running StreamYard, but
It's gonna be a mess.
it's gonna be a shit show.
Can't wait.
So that's what's happening next week. Quartz Vein available on Tubi, so there's no reason not to check it out. And that's gonna do it for this
Chris,
week's
Chris, you
episode.
should mention you are returning eventually.
I did not say
Eventually.
that.
He did not promise anything.
I am not promising anything.
See what happens.
We will see what happens. That's it for Witchcraft 8. Halfway through the series. Halfway to go. Feels good, right?
I signed up
Feels
for
good.
Trauma today, so I
You
could watch
sick
this
son
of a
fucking
I did not
movie.
believe it. I know.
oh my god.
Why
really?
did you do that?
I am a member too, Lindsay. We're like, it's just us and like 3 other people.
You're single-handedly keeping them afloat.
You're funding the next movie right now.
You're funding the next Julie Strain bathroom
Yeah,
movie.
you've already
Blake
funded the
Kaufman
next movie
sent me a
by signing
personal
up for a
email
month.
thanking him for the $3.
Oh man.
All right. So that's it, guys, for this week's episode of Witchcraft 8. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please go to iTunes, leave a review. That helps out the show. And then become a Patreon if you want to really support the show. Get in on that Slack. We had a couple new patrons. We had Jamie join, which I think we briefly mentioned last week, who finally got his request in for the Patreon wheel. So
awesome.
that will be showing up on the wheel there, Jamie. Don't you worry. He can't get on Slack. He has an old phone, and then he mentioned a bunch of weird websites I never heard of. Typical Jamie kind of stuff. So get on that Patreon, patreon.com/badmovie. Nice show. There's hundreds of bonus podcasts readily available in that RSS feed, plus videos and all kinds of fun stuff. You get access to Slack. That's it, guys. We will catch you here next week when we talk about the 2000 movie Quartz Vein, available on Tubi. Good.
I'm gonna get you, Gadget.
Bad Movie Night Podcast. Podcast. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night.